So are you looking for a new challenge? You mastered all the open chords and now you want to learn how to play bar chords. Hi, my name is Jörg Salterman. Thank you for stopping by Master Guitar Fret. In this lesson I want to show you how to play the E bar chord, the E shape bar chord, and the A shape bar chord. In my opinion, they're the most important ones to learn, and quite frankly, it's really the only ones I use in my playing. I have really hard time playing a G bar chord, for example, because the fingering is quite a stretch. I'm also having trouble with the D bar chord because the fingering is also quite a stretch. And equally the C bar chord, I'm not using very much. If I do use these D shapes, I'm just using it as triads. Okay, and the same with the C chord. I might play a C7 shape. Okay, but I'm not barring it. But don't worry about that right now. Let's focus on the E shape and the A shape bar chord. So the A shape bar chord gets its name because we're using the A shape. And we're moving this all over the neck. In actual fact, this already sounds pretty good. Okay, so we can play these all over the necks, and when applied a bar, basically when we play the open E, the nut here is your bar. And now we're going to create bars with our own fingers, like a capo, right? We basically capo. On the 3rd fret we have a G. On the 5th fret we have an A. On the 7th fret a B. On the 8th fret a C. On the 10th fret a D. On the 12th fret another E, octave. So that's why it's so handy, because you can play chords all over the neck. And the same with the A. We're basically moving so we're moving that shape up and down the neck. Okay, and the same thing when we bar it. The 2nd fret it's a B. On the 3rd fret it's a C. On the 5th fret it's a D. On the 7th fret it's an E. On the 8th fret it's an F. And on the 10th fret it's a G. And on the 12th fret it's an A. Okay, and again we have a choice to play different chord progressions on different areas of the neck. Okay, so the E and the A bar chord are really excellent tools, and it also will teach you the notes on the E and on the A string, right? So you always know what key you're in. If you play on the 5th fret, an E bar chord, you're in the key of A. Okay? All right, so let's go have a look at the lesson. The first phase of learning the E bar chord is to play the open E with your middle, ring, and pinky. Same shape as you're used to. Okay? And because, in my opinion, and that's my opinion, the E bar chord and the A bar chord are the two most important. And if you know those, your whole neck will be available to you. And they're the two easiest one to play. So you could learn this first here. Play your A with the ring finger only. This one might be hard to ring out, but that's okay. If it gets muted, it still sounds good, okay? So. So build some muscle memory for playing the E chord like this and the A chord barring with your ring finger all 3 strings. And basically you just pat them flat down. Because later we're going to be doing this. Right? So that's the first stage. Get that muscle memory going. Some people play the A bar chord like this. They basically use that same shape. For me, that never worked. I know some people do it. You know, it gets, especially when you go lower down the neck, it's really hard to jam these 3 fingers into 1 fret on top of each other. So I've always played it like this. Okay, so, but you can give both a try and see what works for you. Now that you have built the muscle memory to play the E shape like this, you can move it around. So move it up and down and get this going. You can even lift the fingers. Or slide. So you can do that with the A too. Okay, so again, that's going to build your finger dexterity and muscle memory for the A shape, doing that. The next stage would be now to actually play the full bar chord. So for that, I suggest that you don't do it up here. Don't start with the higher frets. Go down lower, maybe in the 5th position A, or even the 7th position B. The frets are closer. It's not a big stretch with your hand to be up here on top of the neck. And then we can gradually move up. So I'm going to do it in A here. And what we want to do is first, let's just bar I have a little bit of buzz here on the high E string. It's not because I don't hit it right. As you can see, I have to probably adjust the truss rod here. Kind of spring, it's just coming out of the winter hibernation, the guitar, so, you know, humidity changes and everything. So try to bar the whole thing and try to get a note out of each string, okay? And at this time, you need to really have your thumb behind the neck, and of course, create some leverage here. Press the strings down. Lift. It's almost like a clamp, right? And just move around. You could also choose an open tuning for that. Maybe you do an open G tuning, and then each one of those will be an actual chord for practice. Okay, so the next step then would be to apply one finger at a time. So first we're going to put the ring finger on the A string and the 7th fret, okay? And that is an A minor 7. G minor 7. Lift. I usually lift. You can also slide, but eventually that's very tiring. Sounds really good, so don't do it too often because it's also very tiring. As you can see, when I change, I lift. So next we're going to put the middle finger down on the G6, And we remain with the ring finger. And that is an A7. G7. So you can practice that. Then, when we're ready, when you get this and you get a real clean sound, then put your pinky on the D7. All of us are made different. Different fingers, different hands, different arms. We might even have a different guitar, longer neck, shorter neck, or whatever it might be. So if you don't get it right away, always adjust a little bit. Bring your guitar neck up, adjust your elbow, bring it in, move it out, most likely bring it in. If you play, the further up you go, you might have to drop your neck a little bit just to get the right angle. So just kind of figure it out, okay? You know, don't struggle. If you struggle, make slight adjustments. And eventually that will be built into your guitar playing. You know exactly when to drop the neck a little, or when to raise the neck a little bit, or change your angles of hand, arm, wrist, elbow, whatever, okay? So that's all important too. Okay, so once you have the E chord down, then you can do the same with the A chord, at the A shape chord, okay? So we're playing it on the 5th fret. The A shape bar chord on the 5th fret is a D. Okay, so you already practiced the barring, so that should not be a problem. Now you just got to apply this ring finger nice and flat. Bar chords require a lot of strength. So if you play a lot of bar chords, you're tiring very quickly. Unless, of course, you do it a lot and eventually your finger hand strength will increase and the whole thing becomes easier as you go along. Don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, you could injure your hand, and that might put you out of commission for a few days. So small doses of these exercises are better than one big marathon. Well, I hope these solutions will help you master the chord. If you do, drop me a line, tell me how you did, and until next time, I will see you soon. Take care.